Oh, wait, I'm a libertarian. I'd do your cake. I mean, whatever. But I guess it's okay to censor us and say, we're not taking your money. We won't say Hillary for president. I wonder if I should sue them. No, you know what? I'll just take my business elsewhere. But this is the climate and the mindset of this country. Get your 5-star rated shirt today, and it's all going to this. I mean, in fact, if you buy 10,000 of them, I can put 3 or 4 airplanes in the air every day. Our budget is to sell 5,000 shirts. I mean, come on, folks. We got millions of listeners. Go buy the shirt. If you bought 50,000 shirts, I'll put blimps in the air. I'll have huge billboards all over the town. It's just, we got to spend money to defeat these people. I'm all in. I don't need another car. I don't need a bigger house. I'm nothing against money. Money gives you the power to do what you want, but we're going to lose all of our free choice and all of our money if we don't invest now in the fight. We've been rolling over too long. Justin J., I'm ranting right now. It's just incredible, though, to see all this unfold. What's your view on all this?
You know, I'm not surprised what happened with the cancellation of the contract. And, well, what I am surprised is they that they gave us so much lead time to prepare another campaign. So typically they might do that a day or two before the event, and then we have no chance to get something.
And just to be clear, you'd been contacting us weeks ago when you heard about this, and I just let other folks choose a place, which is fine. We'd actually were going to use you before for the JFK 40th, but it was rained out, you know, literally thunderstorms every day, freezing weather and ice. So that got canceled. So we were already going to use you as a patriot. You'd already reached out, already given us big discounts. So I don't know why I had a brain fart and didn't go back to you to begin with, but thank you for reaching out to us.
No worries, Alex. I appreciate the call and the opportunity.
What would you do to maximize, the effect? Because, you know, they may say FAA rules now and just ban us, and then that'll just be more attention to the censorship.
You know, we're expecting some type of flight restrictions. The more attention that's brought to this campaign, the more likely there will be some. But we'll be able to get in there pretty close, and a lot of people are going to see these signs for sure.
Absolutely, and then people are going to ask, you know, why are they trying to censor it? So, what is your experience? I mean, how are you able calling us to predict A, who we'd used, and B, that they would refuse us? Because it did happen.
I've heard of it before, number one, and number two, I think they're a multi-billion-dollar entity. I don't think they need your money for the problems that this campaign would.
Yeah, they're globalists. Absolutely.
Yeah, they just don't need to do it.
That's my biggest downfall is activism is where you spend your dollars, but I get so busy I tend to not do that. It's like when the MI5 met me in local police to cover Bilderberg. They said, why are you staying in a corporate chain hotel? Why are you not staying in a mom and pop? You claim you're fighting these people. Why aren't you buying local? And I said, wow, are you really chewing me out to be mean? They said, yeah, that's how we're going to beat them. And it actually taught me a lesson, but you're absolutely right. We need to go with the Americana folks like your company, flysigns.com.
Right. We're on board with you, Alex. I've been a long-time listener, supporter, and I'm glad we're getting the opportunity to work with you on this thing. We're discounting down for you, so maybe you can use some of the resources in other areas.
Well, I tell you, I want to up the campaign. So thanks for the discount, but I almost just want to tell people that folks with money ought to just contact you and run their own signs like Hillary's a criminal. I mean, I'm done. I think it's time for everybody to attack.
We can. We're doing the same thing that Van Wagner was going to do for you, but we're allowing you to use some of your resources, you know, in other areas. And if the people want to call us direct, or if they want to buy more shirts and have you guys do the do more planes, we can bring in literally 20 aircraft to each location.
Wow. If I mean, I'm all about you not being centralized, and I'm just telling our listeners all over the country, a lot of them that are super wealthy, like Gary Haven. I guarantee I call Haven right now, I bet he'll put 2 aircraft in the air, you know, for several days. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to call everybody, just Gary Haven, all other great patriots, Chuck Norris, you name it. It's time. People just need to call you and call others. You know, you've proven you'll do what you'll say. And yeah, I'd love to put 20 aircraft in the air. I just don't have the money to put more than maybe 3 or 4 a day in. Plus the banners cost money. But I also don't want to screw your pilots over and the folks you contract with. But, I mean, if you want to honcho it and organize it, sir, I want to hit them hard, especially the DNC. I think the RNC, we need a few aircraft every day. But I think the DNC, it should be literally like the heavens open up with aircraft. That would be incredible, wouldn't it?
It would be. We're big fans of the First Amendment, number one, and number two, Alex. This needs to be done. What she's done and what's happened is criminal. It's criminal. She needs to be held accountable for.
Yeah, well, people tell me, hey, Hillary might come after you. She already got me fired. They already sent. I mean, I've already dealt with these people, and I don't care. Folks have to get to the point of getting up off their ass and not being cowards. That's why I appreciate the fact that you're not a coward, sir. I appreciate you standing up for this country and helping.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. I'm all in, Alex. We're with you.
Absolutely, we got to get all in here. Can you believe Obama and all the hype in the media with the Black Lives Matter and now triggering this? I mean, these people are dastardly.
First we want to send our condolences to the departments, the families, the friends of the officers involved last night. Terrible. What's more terrible is that Obama's not standing up and just condoning it or
he's basically condoning it,
shutting down, right, for not, and it's like he can stand up and stop this whole thing, and he's not. It's amazing.
Well, I know we're getting some of your biggest banners out there. We're signing the contracts right now, sending the money over. Thank you for rushing this through. And I mean, you're the expert of this. What do you think of our design? Do you think it's a pretty good design?
I made a slight change last night. I sent it over to Buck, and I think he was getting that approved. We're just going to make things a little bit bigger and readable from a little bit.
Absolutely, sir. Whatever you want to change it, we'll do it. You're the expert, and we're all in. So, I mean, I guess how many days we have budgeted right now? A couple days, or what can we do?
We got one airplane right now. We got one airplane at least for the 4 days in Cleveland, and we got scheduled for 3 days in Philadelphia, expecting that Obama and or Biden will be in Philadelphia on the last day, which will close out the airspace for 30 miles around the convention. So the last day of the convention in Philly, I don't think we're going to be able to get in there and fly. And then as it gets closer, we'll see what other type of flight restrictions they're going to want to throw up around us.
Absolutely. But regardless, we'll be there. It'll be in the news. They censor it. And, next we'll fly it over D.C. I mean, every time they try to suppress us, we're going to stand up. If other folks want to get involved, and, maybe you want to fly it over D.C. or maybe you want to fly it, whenever, Hillary's somewhere, call flysigns.com and put the planes in the air. And this is a way to fight back. I mean, I've seen statistics from advertising, not radio, and radio is great, not TV, not print. Signs in the air are the most effective advertising today, especially because of internet and all the ads we're bombarded with. There's nothing like seeing that airplane up there with that sign. Is that an accurate statement?
For sure. It's an uncluttered space, and it's unique, and people actually stop and look and want to read the signs. So it's not something like you see, 100 signs every 10 miles on the side of the road. It's one or two signs all day long up above them.
Well, we're losing everything because people aren't all in to fight this crime wave, but more folks are getting awake. Justin Jay, owner of flysigns.com, one of the biggest companies in the country, independently run, a great patriot. Anything else you'd like to add, sir?
No, I appreciate you having me on, Alex. We're honored to work with you, and anything we can do for you or the listeners, they just have to call in and let us know, and
all right.
We'll be able to do anything.
Well, God bless you for standing up against these censors, and we'll talk to you again. Thank you, sir.
You too, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. We're going to go to break and come back with your phone calls and the tragic events in Dallas, the attempted by the White House, the media, to start a civil war. That's what mainstream media is calling it now. Folks are figuring out, I'm not bragging, I've studied the enemy. This is not, I didn't come up with all this. That's what's so frustrating. The enemy admits their program. And so I would like to see our wealthy listeners, a lot of you, I mean, just, this is a battle. And I'm telling you, people think, oh, how's that going to save the world? It isn't. The action, the taking action will spur others. Maybe a website. Maybe Hillary's a criminal. Maybe Obama runs Black Lives Matter. I don't know what you put up on the, folks should just do it. It's time to get aggressive. Or maybe you pay for a billboard. Or maybe you paint the side of your barn, or you stick a bumper sticker on your card, or whatever it is. Or you reach out to people of different races and colors and creeds and try to bring them into the liberty movement that unifies us around basic free will. But I mean, a lot of people go, man, Hillary's scary. You don't want to. I love how folks always tell me Hillary's scary as if I don't know that. I'm not afraid of Hillary. I'm afraid of her winning. I'm afraid of her having her way with this country. I'm not somebody that's going to just cower down. And it's not because I'm a tough guy, folks. It's because I have good instincts. I care about civilization. I know I'm a man. I'm here to try to make things better. That's all. Just like my forebears. They weren't perfect. But America had the biggest seat at the table with the elite and the most wealth and the most opportunity because we wouldn't roll over and we'd rather die on our feet than living on our knees. And it's time to commit. Let me tell you, folks, you're not alive till you commit. I know a lot of you have committed. But so many people like this idiot, these idiots up in Dallas that got mind controlled, they at least had commitment. They really believed they were involved in justice. But those of us that are awake, what are we going to do? Not go out and shoot innocent people. No, engage in information warfare. Engage in voting with your dollars. Speaking of that, we're running a special through Monday. I've expanded the Independence Day special to not just water filters and not just non-GMO seeds, but now optics, G-Shock watches, solar generators, survival gear, and more. 10% off is the lowest, upwards of 40% off on the storable food. Alexa Pure and Pro Pure water filters, all of it. Those are 20% off. A lot of it 40% off. One of the biggest sales ever. I've just decided people are ready to get ready. They're ready to get prepared. This is stuff that everybody needs. Look at all the destabilization going on. I hope we never need this stuff, but I'm telling you, it's something everybody's got to have. Your purchase supports them. Reports are coming in of more police being shot. We're pulling up the Fox 2 report out of Missouri right now as we speak. And again, they want to have an orchestrated civil war or rebellion against the corrupt government that just overthrows local government so the globalists can come in. Missouri cop shot during traffic stop after turning back to suspect comes day after Dallas police attack. And again, just like suicide by cop didn't used to exist and now it's become popular, or one crazy person jumps off the Empire State's building and suddenly 5 more try, as the media hypes this more and more, it'll just intensify. Authorities are investigating after a police officer was shot during a traffic stop Friday morning in St. Louis County. It happened after 11 a.m. near the 300 block. The officer who works for the Baldwin Police Department was transporting to a local hospital for treatment. His condition is unknown at the time. So this is just more of what you're going to see. As Obama says, we must reform the police after the shooting, saying that basically it's their fault. I cannot stress to you enough that this is our so-called government orchestrating this. And when I say this, it's so crazy, I can't believe it either. The UN to advise and control local police departments. And then on top of this, we have the military gearing up for civil unrest like it's never done and digging in and getting storable foods and weapons. And people say, what are you saying, the government's our enemy? No, it's compartmentalized. They don't tell them. They just gear up for civil unrest. It's in the news. The elites are going into armored fortresses. They're moving to New Zealand in places. They're evacuating Europe. They're bringing 5 million jihadis into Europe. Look at how Obama tried to cover up Fort Hood and San Bernardino and the Pulse nightclub and all these other events. The cops getting shot, Allah Akbar, you know, Philadelphia, the Army, Navy, Marine Corps recruiting centers. I mean, the cases go on and on. And look, it's his people. It's the jihadis he brings in. And then they order the FBI to not go after him. And then it's the Black Lives Matter. This is how Bill Ayers trained communist president operates. It's George Soros. Arrest them. Arrest Hillary. This is ridiculous. And let me tell you something, though. They're going to fail. They mean to bully the police and bully local governments and kill a bunch of them and have them roll over to the feds and roll over to the Justice Department and roll over to the UN and have them follow their orders. It's not working. If we wake up the local police and government, we can really take our communities back and have this globalist attack backfire and really save our country. That's why they want us to have a war with the police, a civil war, so that that never happens. Everything the COG is set up to do, the continuity of government system, is to take over local government. and this is meant to make it fail.